Welcome to the yard, man. Ron Breezy here, ready to get into this NFL, man. This crazy season that ended, to jump right into this jungle of playoffs we about to experience, man. Right off the back, man, I want to shout out my boy Breezy, man, because he said something at the beginning of us doing this when we were just doing this, first time and just throwing out predictions. My man said that this year could possibly be the changing of the guards. And what he meant by that is you want to explain that? I'll let you explain that more.
No, what I mainly meant by that was as far as QBs. Mm-hmm. With this quarterback class that came in this year, I knew the top three, obviously, Jaden, Bo, excuse me, I'm drawing a blank right now.
Penix.
Penix. Now that he has his shot.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Then he wasn't drafted, but Darnold. I mean, all QBs that from the start, people had their opinions of, and you notice Caleb was left out.
Right.
But that's really what I meant by it. I mean, obviously Patty's Patty. You still got Lamar and people like that.
And even though, I know we're not talking playoff team. He's not a playoff team, but even the resurgence of Bryce. Look at Bryce towards the end of the season, dude. Like, night and day.
Yeah, like I'm excited already to see what next year holds for him.
So in the midst of him saying that, I'm looking at these playoffs, and before I'm doing this podcast, I'm looking at it, crossing my T's, dotting my I's. And I see we got Bo right there. Mm-hmm. We got Jaden right there. Mm-hmm. Sammy is right there. Uh-huh. Now, the comeback story for Sam Darnold. Yes.
And didn't see it coming. Did not. I mean, we both laughed.
And I know. Nobody did.
Contract that
Minnesota 10 million, we were laughing at it. What? 10 million? Come on now. The path for Jaden to be able to take the Commanders to the promised land, somewhere they haven't been in decades. You know what I mean?
I will say one comment about that. Now, we believed it.
Yeah.
We believed it. But what I'm saying is, when we were first doing the previews, it's like, all right, Jaden, rookie quarterback, nobody's giving him love. That's cool. Look at the roster. That was my thing. Look at the roster that team has as far as receivers, tight end, secondary, all that. That's what. That's why I felt like I knew he was good enough, even as a rookie, to be able to take the team somewhere. And so that's why I felt we would give him the love. I felt he deserved more love than he was getting.
Right. And when you really think about it, dude, when you're talking about these three quarterbacks, one who was considered a bust, one who can take a team that's had doubters throughout the way, even though we predicted it, had doubters all along the whole way, shut them up. But what I want to talk about is Bo.
That's my
man. The path that is in front of him. We talking about, all right, you're in the playoffs. Nobody saw you coming there. Now you have the chance to knock off potential MVP in the face, in Josh Allen. Let me say the name, potential MVP in Josh Allen, in the face of the NFL for the last 3 years. Patty, can you imagine?
In their place.
Can you imagine? And as you have let me know, and as I've seen, he has a dog in him. To put that on his belt, man, we talking about a possible historical playoffs, dude.
Yeah.
And from three different angles. I mean, we ain't even mentioned King Henry getting his. You know what I mean? There's so many stories of playoffs, man. Let's get into these games, man. I'm excited as hell. Man. All right, wild card. First game, man. We got the Chargers going to Houston. All right, now Chargers coming in with the 22nd rated offense and the 11th rated defense. The Texans coming in with the 22nd rated offense and the 5th rated defense.
My defense is rated higher now.
This smells like a Harbaugh game. It's just every sense of the word. I think it's going to show the experience that Harbaugh has, the lack of experience that D'Amico has. You know, when you look at it on tape, if I'm a coach, if I'm looking at, you know, LA, I'm looking at the Chargers, and I'm a Houston offensive defense coach. First thing I'm saying is, okay, fundamentals. I mean, of course you want to preach that, but against a Jim Harbaugh team, fundamentals. Do not turn the ball over. 3 and outs at a minimum, if you have them. D'Amico's a young coach with a young team. What do you think?
I mean, I think the Chargers win it easily. Honestly.
Okay.
And that's really based upon how Houston has looked all season. And, you know, if you notice about the second half of the season, or the first half of the season, Mixon was killing it.
Right.
He was the catalyst of that offense. Stroud has struggled all year. Sophomore slump.
Just
We
looks
projected
off.
that
Just
as
looks
well.
off.
Yeah. And then the second half of the year, Mixon started falling off. I wonder why.
NFL not
It's
for long.
easy to game plan for him. You just let's stop Mixon. Stroud gonna have to beat us. And yeah, he's beating teams that, you know, bottom of the league.
Yeah.
But you don't have that luxury now, buddy.
No.
You going against the cream of the crop.
Right.
And
right.
I just don't think. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's no blowout. I would say maybe a 10-point.
I get what you're saying, because if you can point it out, and the respect and accolades that Jim has gotten for what he's done, come on now. You know he notices it. Dude, we shut down Mixon. It's a great chance we win this ball game.
Right.
Not all foregone conclusion, no, but it is a great chance we win this ball game. Next game, Steelers and Ravens. Pittsburgh coming in with the 23rd offense, the 12th defense. All right. Baltimore coming in number 1 offense, 10th defense. So well rounded. So well rounded, man.
Considering how that defense started too.
I know.
That defense has transformed big time.
Now, when it comes to this game, I mean, like we always say, it's a Pittsburgh-Baltimore game. It's going to be a fucking brawl. Get your bathtub full of ice before the kickoff, because you're going to need it at halftime. But like you said, to beat these boys 3 times,
That's always hard. That's why I say
it's hard to beat this team second time in the playoffs.
And that's why I said I felt like this was the worst possible first round matchup for either one of them.
Right.
Either one of them. Because of the simple fact they're division rivals. They've already played each other twice. You're going into a third time.
Right. And
I still am confident in saying the Ravens win again.
yeah, I mean, and on top of that, it doesn't help the case. Look at Russ. Look at Russ been doing, man. Russ has gone back to a shell of himself, and at the worst time. So what? You look great in regular. So what? We got Joe Flacco on our hands. Joe Flacco did with Cleveland.
Yeah.
Came in, balled the hell out because someone believed in him. But unfortunately, motivation can only get you but so far. You still need the tendencies. You still need the
Well, like we said a week or two ago, okay? Do you put Fields in? Now,
At this point?
yeah, I mean, you are definitely taking a risk because Fields has no playoff experience. None. Has never sniffed them. Russ at least has playoff experience. But the way he's playing, I don't care how much experience you have.
I know.
He's lost all confidence in.
I'm right, because in my
Every
experience, if I'm Tomlin, my experience is at the beginning of the season, I experienced Justin Fields run my offense. Yeah, look vanilla as hell, but we won games, and we weren't putting our defense in bad positions. Russ is getting to that ball and that type of play again, where the defense is like, oh, come on, man. So I don't know. That's gonna be a tough one, man. I agree. I don't think Baltimore loses that game. I don't see it happen. I just think, like, it's the third time with the way Russ is playing. I'm sure that's in the back of Tomlin's hand. Don't be surprised if you see a couple packages come out for Justin Fields, which you should not be doing in the playoffs.
No, you shouldn't. But
I
I think they'll have the a package or two for him,
Uh-huh.
but it'll be on the back burner.
Right.
And then just kind of see how the game starts off. And if Russ comes out and he's playing like he's been playing, then you may as well take a chance.
I agree.
Because if you
I agree.
lose, you go home anyway.
That's what I'm saying. That's my
So-
point. That's why I said there will definitely be, if I'm Tomlin, say if I come in most games with a package or two for Justin Fields since Russ been playing, I'm probably going to double that.
Right,
At
right.
least. You know what I mean? Because, so what? If Russ come in and I got to put Fields in, then yeah, that's all my chips on the table. It's not like I can go back tomorrow and re-game plan. I mean,
Right,
so it doesn't matter. All right, here's the one, though. Here's the one. Denver and Buffalo. This one excites me out of all of these games, okay? There's one more that excites the hell out of me. We'll get to it when we get to it. But this one right here, Bo versus Josh. Brand new, trending, Mr. Consistent. I'ma do me. Come on, man. Look. It's gonna be a game, dude. Denver comes in with the 19th offense, 7th defense. They gonna need it. They gonna need it. Buffalo come in 10th on offense and 17th on defense. That's gonna hurt.
Yeah, I think the more and more I look at the game, obviously there's going to be the questions around Bo with the fact that he's, a rookie, going on the road, definitely a tough environment, going up against Josh.
Bills Mafia.
I get all that, but I'm telling you, and I believe it was you that called it from the jump when you said the best thing that could have happened to Bo and Sean Payton, for that matter, was them to get linked up together.
Yes. Yeah.
They fit perfect. And a lot of times when you get into the playoffs with a rookie quarterback, he's it might be been playing well, but you can tell something's missing. He ain't been himself.
Something may be riling them.
That's not the case with Bo. And Peyton has a lot to do with that. Because the whole entire season, Peyton from the jump is like, we're going to ride or die with you. Whatever, you make the decisions. Obviously Peyton's calling the plays.
Right.
But Peyton's not going to run you down or run him down into the ground off of one mistake. He's
Right.
a rookie. I'm riding dying with him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Peyton didn't. He might say he expected to be here this year.
Right.
But did he
all
really?
all in all, yeah.
Did he really?
Yeah.
So I think, like I said, man, you look at Buffalo. I have no issues with our offense. None at all.
No.
None at all. The one thing they tend to really like to do is they'll have like a trip set on one side. They like to get so that way the defense flows all to that side, and whoever his option is or his one guy over on the other side, he peppers him. If I'm Denver, I'm just putting Surtain over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're over there the entire game. I don't give a damn who's over there.
Right.
Because you take him away, make him throw. He gonna have to make some throws.
Yeah. Yeah.
He go tight windows, and that's when you saw the defensive ranking.
Exactly.
That defense is stacked for Denver, and I'm talking names that I ain't never even heard of in
I know
football
it.
in my life.
I know it.
Names I've never heard of, and so it's gonna be a battle, man. I'm the most excited about that game.
That's gonna
honestly.
be a good one, man. That's
am.
a good one.
For what it's worth, I know we've kind of throw out teams that we're going with each game. I got Denver.
I know. Hey.
I do.
If I told you Denver now, if I went to sleep tomorrow, I may wake up and say Buffalo. I'm being dead ass. I would say Buffalo right now, but I see it. I see it either way. It's a great game. It's gonna be a great game. Next one, Packers at Eagles. Green Bay coming in with the 5th ranked offense, 6th ranked defense. Talking about well-rounded.
Who's that?
Green Bay.
Okay.
Yeah. Philly coming in 8th offense, 1st on defense. This should be a good game. Now, the only thing I'm gonna say, that 6th ranked defense with Green Bay, I don't see it with the eye test.
I'm the best scoring defense.
That's total yards.
Oh, total, okay.
Total yards given a game type deal. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep. So I think I think that Jalen Hurts and the boys will be too much for him. I think that offense is going to just put up points, and I think that the Green Bay won't be able to keep up. I think that it's going to start off. I don't think them defenses are going to exist first quarter or two. That's just me.
What, on either side?
On neither side. I think they come out, both teams go down the field. I feel like the first half, they go into half 14-14, 14-21. Easily. I see that easily being a halftime and, seriously, minimum punts. But I think towards the second half, we'll see more Saquon getting implemented. We'll see more Saquon, less of Devontae, less of A.J. Brown, and then that'll slow down the opportunities for Green Bay and Love. And I feel like Love still has that tendency in him. If you take his opportunities away, he'll get hungry. He'll get a little hungry and start, and his 50-50 ball boy gone.
Yeah.
Watson's gone.
Yeah, that definitely.
So when he gets hungry, who do you say, Romeo? Is probably his
be,
next 50-50,
yeah.
best 50-50 ball guy. So I think as long as they can keep it close, they have a hell of a chance. But if Philly gets up 10 points plus, I think they did.
See, and I agree. I do. I agree with that. I think if I'm Green Bay, I come out and try to slow the game down.
Okay.
And I know that, if I remember correctly, I think the weaker spot is the Eagles' run defense.
Yes.
Obviously, it's not weak, given the rankings,
but yeah.
it's weaker than their pass defense. So I'm lighting Josh Jacobs up. It slows the game down. If you're moving the ball, you're extending drives, you're keeping the offense off the field.
Yep.
I think, especially with your 50-50 man gone, maybe in the passing game, it's more tight end throws, quick screens to Jaden Reed, the speedster, you know what I mean? I think that's your best shot.
Right.
I think if you come out and just try to sling that thing,
no,
it's just not going to work.
No. I agree.
So, I mean, I give Green Bay a shot. In my heart, I want to say Green Bay, but nah, I don't think so.
I think they will hang and they will make it competitive. I just think towards the beginning of the fourth quarter, around that time, we're looking at a 10-plus point lead.
I think
Philly.
The only way Green Bay wins is if they end up getting like a 10, 14-point lead. Somehow, some way. If they can
and I'm going to tell you that. And because Matt LaFleur is, a product of that coach's Shanahan's coaching tree, he also likes to double dip teams, which means if he can score towards the end of the second quarter and get that ball, watch closely. If Green Bay wins that toss, my chances of them winning goes up.
Right.
A good amount.
Yeah.
A good amount. Seriously, if Green Bay wins that toss, my chances for them winning goes up a lot. Because if they can double dip them, then did you go? Did you go? Maybe even go up 10 points or erase a 10-point lead.
Right.
Either way, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, and that's only a touchdown and field goal. You go down and score 2 on them things, now we're talking.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I'm with you though. I just don't see it happen.
I mean, I'm gonna be watching. I'm gonna be pulling for Green.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm gonna be on the edge of my seat, as you can see, straight from coin toss, because that coin toss is very important, very important to Green Bay. So, but I'm still gonna take Philly, man. I still think Philly wins that thing. I ain't gonna put no score out there, but I just still think Philly will get it. Next one. Commanders. This is just the one.
Just the one.
This is the one I told y'all I was waiting for. Commanders at Bucks, man. My heart and soul, Baker. My heart and soul, Baker. With I'm like a proud dad watching the son that made it with Jaden. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's my boy. No disrespect, Mr. Daniels. I understand, but I'm just saying, I feel like a proud dad because we said it. We said he will be here. Yeah, I know we said they're gonna win the division. I know we had little variables in there, but overall, all in all, we're in the playoffs, and Jaden is there. Like we said. We're in the playoffs, and now you get playoff Baker. Whew! Ain't no dog like the dog in playoff Baker. So if Jaden wants it, he gonna have to go get it.
Oh, for sure.
He gonna have to go get it because Baker ain't giving an inch. He don't give a damn. Baker will sever his own leg for that win, and I believe it, and that's why I love this game because Jaden will too, and that team will ride or die for Jaden. They love that boy. They love it, but they want that. They want this for him more than they want it for themselves, probably.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
So, I think with the ranks, okay, you know, Washington come in with the 7th offense, 13th defense. Tampa didn't know this. 3rd offense.
Because of Baker.
Because of Baker. Can we say that? Like, for real. For real. This is one of those because of Baker. And they come in sporting the 18th defense, which Jaden and them, you know, Cliff and them, they will exploit that. I see it happening, okay? I just think it's going to be such a good fucking game, man. I think it's going to be one of those games that you can see them. I can see them both standing on the sideline looking at each other. You know what I mean? Like, as they coming out, they warming up, the lights go down. I can just feel the intensity.
It's
going to
be one of them games. Whichever one of them makes the first mistake. It's gonna be a wrap.
I'll take that because I'm gonna tell you why. Neither of these defenses is gonna bail you out.
No.
That's why what you just said. I think you hit it right on the fucking head. First one to makes mistake, they're gonna leave one of these defenses in a bind, and there you go.
It's gonna cost you.
There you go.
It's gonna cost you.
Yeah.
Especially and it came to me. That actually came to me when you were saying I can see them on the sideline staring over at each other. Like, yeah, who gonna blink first?
Right. Yep.
Now, that's gonna be.
You ain't lying.
What it is, because remember they played week 1.
I know.
And Commanders got dusted.
And whoa.
But boy, you know, Commanders come a long way since then.
They want it. They want this. Oh, trust me, they want it. The gods, the stars lined up perfectly for them. Yeah, for payback, all that good shit.
So who you think?
Boy,
you don't have to put a score on it.
I know. God, it's a pick'em. It's a pick'em, Breezy. I gotta rock with the squad. I say to go. I'm rocking with Washington.
Yep.
All right, I'm rocking with Jaden and them. I am. Luck, Baker, luck. If you take it, I ain't hanging my head. If you take it, Baker, but I gotta rock with who I rock with. I see them winning at least one playoff game. I think we said that, and I think this is the one. I think they may lose after this. I don't know who they'll play, none of that stuff, but I think this is the one they take. This is the official that the Commanders are real. You ain't just made the playoffs. We ain't the Cowboys. We ain't gonna just make it. They're gonna win one. Last but not least, that boy Sammy going up against Sean McVay and them, and your boy Stafford. Vikings and Rams, man. Minnesota come in 12th on offense, 16th on defense. Rams come in 15th on offense. You ready for this? The worst defense in the playoffs.
No doubt.
26. 26. I tell you what. Them boys gonna have to put up points. That's it. This is a period they're gonna have to put up points. If they don't put up points, I mean, I'm talking shit. They need to be in the 24 and up. For real. I want to say higher. I'm just trying to be realistic because, you know, the Vikings defense ain't going to just lay down.
Right.
But they need to be in the 24. If they don't have 24, they have 23 points or less, they lose. Straight up. Like, no doubt in my mind. Like, if the Rams win, it's because the score is like 34-31. If it's 21 to something, the Rams lost. That's simple. If they can't get more than 23 points, they lose.
Which, I mean, I have all the faith in the world that they can.
Yeah, me too. Right, and not leave that out. Me
Stafford
too.
And Puka and Cooper and Higby's back now, and so I've never questioned their offense, but it's a 26 ranked defense,
Which we mentioned in the
Mhm.
beginning of when we started this whole thing. We said
That's
the
the
one
thing.
thing they cannot get is a consistent defense. Like the year before, last year was that Aaron Donald's retirement year last year?
Yeah.
They barely. I don't think they were highly ranked then. But the year before that, you could see them in top 10. Year before that, top 10. And then all of a sudden, boom. Here we go again. 26, 27, 28. It's crazy. They can't hang on to a good coordinator to save their life. But
And it's just scary because, I mean, yeah. I mean, it's just going to be interesting to see how that game plays out because, I mean, so you got JJ and Jordan Addison and TJ Hawkinson and Aaron Jones, the newfound Darnold going up against the 26 ranked defense.
it sounds daunting. It sounds like they're about to just.
But, I mean, if I'm the Rams, I'm seriously looking at a lot of tape from last weekend's game.
Right.
Detroit held them to 9.
Yeah.
And Detroit ain't no juggernaut on defense
No,
either.
they're not. No, they're not. No, they're
At
not.
all.
No.
They're probably ranked probably 20 or less.
Right, right.
So, I mean, obviously Detroit played with fire, but it worked. I mean, they
Yeah,
straight
yeah.
manned up JJ the whole game.
Right.
Now, Darnold missed some throws, and that is one worry that I have. Because Darnold, yes, has played great. He's never been in the playoffs.
Right.
And you're going against Stafford and McVay
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
know what this is all about.
That's all they do. Yeah. They know everything about it.
It's
You're right.
one of them. We just going to coast. We just coast to the regular season. Now is when
Yeah.
this is what we
Sean
play for
McVay
right here.
seems like the type.
Yeah.
They'll be like, let me get that playbook.
Yeah.
That golden one. That was, yeah.
So that's what now. I feel if Darnold can play like he been playing, yeah, I believe they win.
That defense poses. That defense is definitely becomes a handicap.
Yeah,
I agree.
and I agree with you wholeheartedly on the score. Yeah, it's got to be 34-31.
And it's messed up. It's messed
Something
up
like
because it was messed up because you would think with that offense and that defense that you got, you can Kyron Williams them. Hand the ball off to Kyron. Let Kyron do his thing. You know what I mean? But if he ain't at 5 a pop, you kind of gotta fall back a little bit because you need to put up points. So it's.
Well,
I'm interested to
and
see.
one thing they got to do is they got to get Cooper. I don't know why to drop off and Cooper. Like I said, I know.
I guess it's Puka.
I think we had talked about it before. I think, and I'm wondering if Cooper. I think his route running has diminished. Based on the injuries, the
Yeah.
injuries that
I get
he's
what you're
had.
saying.
Because I mean, Puka gets peppered every game, but
Yeah.
there's got to be a reason for that because Stafford's never really been like that. He was like that with one guy, and that was Megatron.
Right, and that's understandable.
Right.
And then like you said, you might be correct because you got to think about it. Route running is stop, go, pivot, and yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, you get a vintage Cooper game
Oh yeah.
and Puka.
Yeah. Yeah. Now we're talking about easily 24 points.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But for that game, man, I don't know. I'm taking Minnesota, and I hate to say it just because it looks that way. I hate picking games like that, but I just don't think that 26 ranked defense is going to get them through the playoffs. It's just
I've got the Rams,
okay.
and it's only because, like I've said many times this season, Stafford and McVay.
Yeah, I hear you.
It's so hard to pick against them.
Right. Well, shit. With that being all the games, I just posed you one question, man. Back to what we said at the beginning of the podcast, changing of the guards, man. We got Sammy, we got Jaden, and we got Bo. Okay. I don't know if you want to throw Baker in there because Baker was in the playoffs. Was it last year? So it's not like a new quarterback. But if he wins this playoff game, You know, we're talking new echelon for Baker too.
Right.
You know what I mean? But just let's just stick with those three though. Let's stick with Jaden, Bo, and Sammy. Let's first rank them. Out of those three of the changing the guards that could possibly happen, who is it most likely to happen for?
I think Bo has the hardest route.
It's a conundrum. It really is, because I think Bo has a better setup with the team wise, coach, defense, offense, but
Yeah.
his path is harder. It's the hardest. Yeah, that's the problem, because
Yeah.
you're talking Lamar and Patty and Josh, but I think he has the most set up to do so. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
if you
I
put
give you
Bo,
that.
if you put Bo, and take Denver and put them in the NFC East, and take the Commanders and put them in the AFC North,
No, they're in the West. AFC West.
AFC West. You put them in the AFC West. I definitely Bo. It's hands down, Bo. You know what I mean? Hands down. But because of the trajectory, because you already got Lamar and all them there, yeah, I'm hard pressed to say Bo. I'm hard pressed to say Bo will get it first too. I want to say Sammy so bad
What to get his
to get his first.
first? It's just so much. I obviously, I mean, it's the same with all of them. I mean, there's so much unknown.
Yeah, of course.
And
right,
that's
right.
what's that's what makes it so difficult.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
as far as I would say, I would go as far as say offensively, he's loaded. He has all the help that he could ever need, and I think his path really isn't too bad. Because I'm sorry, I don't believe in Philly.
No.
I don't. So then you have Detroit, which Detroit is just shootouts.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yep.
It's just you got to put up 30 plus and hope to get one stop.
Yeah, yeah, real shit, real
And you
shit,
better
real
capitalize on it.
shit, real shit. That simple.
So I feel like if you're, I feel like the NFC is easier than the AFC is.
Right.
Just because, you talk about that upper echelon of quarterbacks right now, and it's Josh Allen, and it's Lamar, and it's Patty, and they're all in the AFC.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
That's what makes Bo so tough. Now, who can write their name in lights like immediately would be Bo.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, could you imagine if they were to get to, say, the AFC Championship game? Or
No, that's
I mean,
what I'm saying.
even if it was Super Bowl, you got to think his path, what you touched on already, would be going to Buffalo and beating Josh Allen, then turn around going to KC and beating Patty, and then you would have to go to Baltimore and beat Lamar. Just
Woo!
to get to,
The promised land,
Yeah.
just to get there. Yeah,
as a rookie.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I mean, that would be remarkable.
It would be. It would be.
Remarkable. Now, Jaden, I think I'm not sure. I think the defense, which you read their ranking, which I was surprised. I mean, that
Yeah,
was
me too.
from where they started. So the defense has definitely improved.
Yeah,
He's gonna have to be magical. I
Yeah.
think. I see him getting through this round.
yeah,
And then, assuming Philly, if Philly beats Green Bay,
right.
then Jaden would have to turn around and go to Detroit.
Yeah, yeah,
And once again, somebody else that can, I mean, Cinderella.
yeah.
I mean, if he,
Yeah.
once again, as a rookie, was to come out the first round and then go to Detroit and beat the team that's been,
And we have seen them put up points,
oh, yeah.
so it's not like it's this far-fetched that they kind of come in and put up 30. Oh, I ain't about to do that.
Well, see, that's why I say that's one good thing about facing Detroit. You don't have to have a good defense.
Right, right, right. You just got to put up points.
You just got to be able to put up points.
Right.
I mean, every possession you better get something.
Right. Right. So yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. I think with everything we just said, because the way that Sammy is set up, I here's the thing. I would say Sammy, but I'm going to change that because I don't think Sammy's going to be in Minnesota next year. I don't. If he does, I don't think he'll have the reins he has right now, which is disappointing for him.
I think he'll be back.
I think he'll be back, but I don't think you think he can be back starting all year. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're going to trade JJ McCarthy. The
Wow.
one they drafted. Yeah.
Wow.
I just see it happening. It's just there's too much unknown. I mean, like this league is. It's not for the faint at heart.
No, it's not.
And,
No, it's not.
Yeah, you got drafted. First round pick. You went down, done for the year. This man's come in.
Done nothing but
Look
play.
what he's done.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you're gonna ship that off for this unknown. You don't know what you're gonna get because you will get ripped to shreds if you let Darnold go and JJ comes in and you win 5-6 games.
And Sammy goes somewhere and perform the same. I hear you.
So I mean,
Somebody lose their job.
once again, I think it might be one of them things where I'm thinking like I would keep Darnold. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
Maybe they have other plans, but it's gonna be the offseason is gonna be very interesting too because there's so many teams that need a quarterback, whether it's a franchise quarterback, a bridge quarterback,
Yeah.
or just whatever.
Yeah, or
that
depth,
if JJ is put on the trade block, Lord only knows what kind of offers you're gonna get.
Yeah, I know.
Because the draft class, the QB class coming in is shit.
I know.
So I would at least put it out there. Now
Right.
some people flip it. They're like, well, no, because Darnold will be a free agent.
He will. So he ain't got.
Yeah, so you ain't even gotta worry
Nope.
about trading him.
Nope.
It's just because Darnold gonna get paid.
Yeah.
If you don't want to,
That's what I'm
don't wanna
saying.
pay him, that's fine.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if they saw this happening, and this is why they gave him that $10 million commitment. Like we said, we keep saying when they gave it to him, we both laughed like, "What the fuck? You gave Sammy $10 million?"
Hey, but look at what Atlanta's going through now.
I know.
You done gave Kirk
Uh huh.
80 million. And now you already know you're gonna get rid of him.
Yeah.
Penix is taking over.
Yep.
I mean, the Atlanta fans already love him.
Yep.
The coaching staff, owner, everybody loves him.
Oh yeah, I'm hearing Vic reminiscences and all types of shit.
Oh yeah,
All types of shit. I
mean,
know.
He's got a laser for an arm.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, he hasn't been turnover prone.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's a short stint that he started. Every game was competitive. Every game they put up mad points. I mean, hell, they went to Washington in his second career start.
Exactly.
And damn near took him out.
Damn near did.
Should have. A missed field goal to end.
Yep.
And then it obviously went to overtime, blah, blah, blah. So Kirk's going to be shipped off. So my point is, all right, yeah, we gave this man $10 million. You got to up that a little bit to keep him, as opposed to Atlanta just showing out, here's $80 million. We're going to ship you off next year, though.
Exactly. Right. Yeah, they set themselves up better with only giving them till now that we're looking at it. You know what I mean? Now it looks like a great fucking deal.
Yeah.
It looks like
Down
man.
with them DG price.
No bull. Seriously. But I just think it's gonna boil down. Out of those three quarterbacks, it's gonna boil down to, what trajectory is gonna look around him. Like you just said, in order for him to do it, he gotta go through the three. In order for Sammy to do it, we gotta figure out if he's getting shipped to another team. Because if he gets shipped to another team, then anything I say to you about him doing with Minnesota don't even fucking matter.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then that leaves Jaden, who's, if he stayed consistent, like you said, his path is a lot easier.
So another part of that question, were you asking who has a better chance of winning it this year, or are you talking just who out of the
I
three
was
gets
talking
it first?
we got too far. I was talking just this year.
Okay, this year.
Yeah, I was talking just this year.
That's why I say that. I mean, you'd almost like. I can't say Bo. It would be a storybook.
Yeah.
But that path is daunting.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I think Jaden has a better shot than Bo.
Yeah.
Just because of that path.
Yeah.
You really had to say You really want to go Darnold?
That's what I said. That's what I said. I said, I mean, really, when you look at it, it's almost like it forces your hands to go Sammy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now
Because
I think who ultimately, assume none of them get it this year, who do you see getting one first out of those?
Bo.
Probably Bo.
Yeah, Bo. Out of, I think he has the best foundation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I think him and Sean is
Now I
that.
will say I think Jaden's a close second. My only fear is Cliff.
Exactly. He was
'Cause
at
if
the
he
exact same
loses-
time.
If
Yep.
he loses Cliff,
He loses Cliff as he restarts. Yeah, restarts. You got to build with somebody else.
Yeah.
Somebody else got to build with him. Feel comfortable too, because Cliff, right off the bat, felt so comfortable with him straight off season because he's watching him what he does. You got to prove that to another coordinator that comes in. But like you said, I agree. Because I think that Bo and Sean, that's going to be a tandem for the foreseeable future.
oh yeah, for years.
Other than them two, after that, it would be Jaden and Cliff. But I don't see Cliff staying there to give Jaden that time.
Yeah, I mean I can see Cliff being there possibly next year.
Yeah,
But then it's really going to be up to Cliff.
right,
Does
right.
he want to take another shot at being a head coach, or is he having a good time? And
Yeah.
you know, because him and Jaden have that
That's
rapport already.
We talked about it, the report that he thought he had with Kyler.
With Kyler, and they just fired him. It's
Yep.
not like he just walked out.
Exactly.
So that will be interesting, but that's a good match made in heaven too. Just
I
like,
know.
just like Peyton and Bo.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So as long as they can retain him, yeah, it'll be between Bo and Jaden. I'm taking Bo just because I'm taking Sean over Cliff. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think who gets it first overall in their career, yeah, I think Bo too. Unfortunately for Sam, if he takes the money for the next team that wants him, which you can't blame him if the Vikings ain't trying to pay him after what he's just done for them,
Who
he's
knows
probably
where
gonna go
he's
to a team that's gonna be building again.
Right.
So, and there goes his shot again. I don't see him lasting there for that team to rebuild and get him back to the pinnacle.
Right.
So,
I think honestly, if he did, I know we're getting ready to wrap up, but I think a spot that might not be bad for him if he were to leave, and you know they would offer him probably good money, is the Jets. I think they're set up.
yeah.
I mean, with Devontae
Yeah.
and Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall, I mean, that's kind of the same.
and though that
trajectory
defense
you
has
have.
looked, different.
Yeah, I
but,
think a lot of that's A-Rod, man.
yeah, I agree. That's what I'm saying.
I
That's
think
what I'm about to
it's
say.
just
Even
one of
though
those viruses that just
exactly,
like
yeah,
Deshaun
locker
Watson.
room cancer.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm sorry, but that Browns defense should have been better than they showed this year.
Yeah, I
by
agree.
far.
I agree. I agree.
And I just think, I mean, you could see it. You could see the maximum effort that they were giving
Yes.
once he went down, and even when Jameis came in.
I mean, you
Jameis
look at the
just
game
turns the
against.
ball
Look at
over
the
too
game
damn
against who was it? Baltimore. That was that game that they beat Baltimore, right?
Yeah.
That was that game. You saw, and it was because it had nothing to do with No, who did they beat? Who did the Jets beat? They beat somebody. It wasn't Baltimore.
They beat the Steelers.
The Steelers. That's who it was. It wasn't. It had nothing to do with what we're doing for A-Rod. I think it was just they think they got a better defense than us. Let's show them. So it's there. They just need the proper motivation. And when you got Aaron Rodgers doing whatever the hell he wants, showing up whenever the hell he wants, come on, man. He probably walk into the damn locker room with robe and slippers, and it's like, oh, come on, man. I guess that's what we're doing.
Right.
I guess we're taking the day off.
And that's your leader.
Exactly, and that's your leader. Exactly. So
I'm just saying, I think that might not be a bad spot. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
I agree.
But if I'm Minnesota, like if I'm making the decision,
yeah,
I'm keeping.
and
I don't
getting rid
care.
of shopping
care.
JJ.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because, like I said, it's all about reaching the pinnacle.
Right.
That's what this game is about. Everybody, every organization, what their goal should be is to reach the mountaintop.
Right. Right.
And win or lose this weekend, you're up there.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
really are. I mean, you would have won any other division
Right.
other than the one you're in.
Right. You ain't lying.
You would have had, first round bye. You would have had a whole
All
nine
that good
yards.
shit. Yeah.
I think you're just too close to just let him walk and then bring in essentially a rookie.
Brand new slate.
Yeah.
No, I hear you. I hear
And
you.
then, like I said, you're going to get ripped to shreds
Yeah.
if you end up down there.
especially by us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that would be stupid. I agree. I see where you're going with that. Makes sense. Well, look, man, that's the show for today. That's all the games we got coming up this week, man. We got some good ones, man. We'll see y'all next week. Shit is getting real. We're getting into the divisional coming up, then the conference championships, then the big old day. Big old dance, boy. So stick with us, man, the whole way, man. This is the Yard. This is our playoff edition, man. We love y'all. As always, leave comments and feedback, whatever y'all need. We'll reach back out to y'all. Just let us know. This Rob here with Breezy. Holla.